Daniel Dubois has signed a 5-year extension to his promotional contract with Frank Warren. Warren said, quote, "I'm delighted. It will see us looking after his interests for most of the rest of this day. I believe he will be our next world heavyweight champion." Guys, thoughts on Frank Warren tying up Daniel Dubois for the next 5 years under Queensberry Promotions? Is that a good thing for Frank Warren? Is it a good thing for Daniel Dubois? Thoughts, Rob? I want your thoughts on this first, obviously, since this is your market. What do you think about Dubois being locked up for the next 5 years with Frank Warren?
Locked up? That means put in jail over here. I don't know, but
he can't go to another promoter now.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, great for Frank Warren. He's got the services of the next, possible big thing in the heavyweight division. Who knows? A lot of people think future world champion without a shadow of a doubt. And Frank Warren has tied him in 5 years, but what fighter is signing a 5-year contract? That's crazy to me. I'm not saying Dubois has done the wrong thing, but I don't know. You want some, yeah, but I don't think fucking Dubois is getting $365 million, but
I think period fighters should not be signing 5-year contracts regardless.
No, of course, no.
Like, I don't think even Canelo should have signed that 5-year contract. He could make that same amount of money, if not more, with a shorter contract. You know what I mean? Like, he kind of gave DAZN a lot of power having 5 years of his career locked in on one network.
I don't think they've really got much power at the moment when they're just crying out for Canelo Triple G3. But I know what you mean. I know what you mean. But yeah, that lengthy contract, I don't know. That seems wild to me to have put pen to paper for 5 years of your life to one guy. It only take something happening after Dubois Joyce. I'm sorry, you got 4 years, 364 days left of this motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, damn. It's crazy. I don't know. But good luck to him. Hopefully he's made a lot of money out of it.
How old is he again?
22.
So even with this deal, he's still going to be in his 20s when it's over. That's crazy.
Entering his prime at 27 when the deal's over.
Crazy. He could theoretically take these 5 years, clean up like the regional scene in the UK, have all this leverage, and then leave Frank Warren in his prime and go over to Sky. I mean, he could do a lot in theory.
Yeah. But part of me, because of how Frank, despite promoting both guys in this upcoming, all British clash pay-per-view, young prospects going at it, Joyce Dubois, Frank Warren has very clearly shown who he wants to win this fight. And it would be quite something if Joe Joyce was to knock out the young project, the young up and coming, and you can stick your 5 years, Frank. Cheers.
Well, Gary, before we jump in, like Queensberry Promotions, I was looking at their financial statements. Their liabilities right now, like £4.7 million. Their assets. Sorry, their assets are at £4.7 million. Their liabilities are at like 10 point something million pounds. They're not doing well as a company. They have been doing well as a company for a while now.
Quickly go on there. Get their page up and look at like the news section. They happily put out that this is our figures, this is our profit, this is our that. But there isn't none of the stuff that came up.
They lost money this year. They lost money last. They lost money the year before. They owe more money than they have. Daniel Dubois is their only hope to change the course of the company. Now, it's hard to know exactly that because I don't know if it's funny money. I don't know if those liabilities and assets are just Frank changing back money from his own pocket. I don't know that. I don't know if it's just a tax write-off for him. I don't know how that's set up for him and the company and in the UK. But if I have to guess, with those assets and liabilities and that margin, it's not looking good for the company. And Daniel Dubois is that golden goose. The possibility of him beating Fury, AJ, White, all these guys, Chisora, and him becoming the next AJ of his generation is a distinct possibility. and one that would turn that company around, in my opinion. Gary, I know you didn't really jump in here yet, so thoughts on Dubois with this 5-year extension, thoughts on everything me and Rob have been saying?
Look, I think promoters should do this kind of stuff more often. I don't know the contract. I don't know the clauses and the ins and outs of it. But like, if he's got a 5-year guarantee of X amount of fights at X amount of dollars, look, Daniel Dubois, you're rich for life. You don't know what tomorrow is going to hold, right? Sign the contract. You're rich for life. You want to be rich for life? Now you are. This is huge for Frank Warren because he's the talent that he needs to save his company. This is his chance to have a Canelo or an Anthony Joshua type fighter. This is a prodigy who's 22 and can run the heavyweight division for 15 years to come at this age, right? Like, this is huge for him. I only have him for 5, but like, do right by him, get him the big fights, get him world titles, get him paid. And I would imagine he, like Canelo, stay with Oscar, even though they can't stand each other. You got me paid. I'll stay with them because he's gotten me this rich. Dubois is that kind of talent, right? Like, I haven't seen a heavyweight like this. I don't know. Like, I can't even think of the last time I saw a heavyweight at this young of an age who's this destructive and this dominant. I mean, he can be Frank Warren's answer to Anthony Joshua. You know, I don't know if he can be a superstar outside the ring, but he can just demolish people in the ring, and eventually he'll be a star. Right, just because he's a heavyweight who demolishes everyone. He might not have the look and the personality and the charisma of Anthony Joshua, but he'll just, 3-4 years from now, if he projects correctly, he'll destroy Anthony Joshua inside the ring. So he'll be a star that way.
A lot of people here, have said that he should be the silent assassin. Like, he shouldn't talk. He should just be silent. They should just bring him out, put him in the ring, destroy the guy, take him out, disappears. Press conferences, just silence.
If you're a heavyweight and you knock everyone out, you're a star. You don't need to sell yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not like a welterweight or a lightweight where you have to bring attention. People like to watch heavyweights fight each other. If you can knock them all out, you'll just be a star based on that.
You don't need to say, make sure you bring a sleeping bag.
You don't need to do that. You just need to knock people out. Dubois got more talent I've seen anyone in this division in years. So it's like watching Zion Williamson. It's like, okay, he's obviously a star. How great can he be?
Yeah.
Agreed. Hold on. Start trying to get up everything that you just sent me, Rob. Rob, talk for a second, or Gary, I'm trying to pull up some stuff.
When the Lakers, after Magic Johnson's rookie year, the Lakers realized what they had, and they gave Magic Johnson a 25-year contract, right? So say, we're going to have you forever. Like, you're going to be a Laker moving forward. Like, this is only 5 years, but like, that's kind of the mentality. It's like, we're going to build this thing around you, right? Like the Lakers did with Magic. We'll get you everything you need. We'll bring you the pieces, the James Worthy, the Kareems, everything like that, the Michael Thompsons, but you're going to be the centerpiece, and you're going to make this organization go. And I kind of feel like that's what Frank Warren is doing with Dubois. Like, we're going to build this thing, and it's going to be around you.
Yeah, it's going to be the flagship for Frank Warren. It's just, at what point is Dubois going to think, oh, fuck, why did I do that? But I don't know. I'm sure it'll work out for him. Look, he's close to, he's going to get himself into a mandatory position for one of the bouts very soon. I think he's number 3 with the WBO already. So he's like a year away.